You saw the Instagram I sent you?
Oh, you said it on Instagram?
Yeah,
This,
see, check while you're talking. Go
all
ahead.
right, so pretty much.
Look at Elmo.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna
What?
show you what he's looking at. Look what he's looking at.
I'll say this to everybody right now.
I'm sending this to everybody right now. You gotta look at it. He grabbed him by the waist. Look. At a kid's party. Elmo fucking her up. Yo, you know Elmo definitely got some pee after that shit, yo. He definitely got some pee after that
Shut up
shit.
with that.
Yo, he definitely got some pee. Fuck that. That's hilarious.
All right. Continuing
so
from what I was saying
The
before.
Instagram
that
live. I'm
shit.
sorry, that was funny. The Instagram live.
So there was a show the night pre. So yeah. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2. Well, if you even count that at this point.
I mean, I tried to because you say that I'd just fucking be recording and I never set you up right. And so I was like, yeah, Rich, you could count us in. But
I know you've been away for a while. I miss you, man.
I miss you too, my nigga. I'm here. I'm back. We here. We in the motherfucking building.
So what's up, everybody? This is us.
This is us.
This is us. Like This Is Us makes you cry. Have you ever watched that series?
What's This Is Us? Put me on.
It's like this. I think it's on NBC.
No, I'm not big on like. I don't know. It takes a lot. It's like I would have to be. I would have to binge. I have to binge like the. I have to have the ability to binge a series or something, and it has to be good. You know that's why. And I like true stories and documentaries and all that shit.
I do too.
I'm fiend for them,
I
bro.
like things that involve like murder and then like figuring out the murder and then like figure out the murder 30 years later. Like, yo, how did he die? And then they found like old photographs and he said bloody walls and the bitch's head in the toilet somewhere. Like, how the fuck did it get there? Oh yeah, we talked to this guy. They lied, and then they come to find out he had the axe hidden under the ground, though the basement somewhere. I love shit.
You see with the you see Malcolm X when nobody he got killed on that altar or that stand and nobody went to investigate it for like 30 years. It was still in the basement. Finally, when they investigated, they find his killer.
Yeah, and then the killer ends up dying or some shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Like after they try, this is the killer, but he don't want to get it, and then all of a sudden that nigga just dies.
I fall in love with not fall in love, but I get so intrigued by like Pablo Escobar. Pablo's one of my. I don't
he
know.
went out was fucking crazy.
I don't know what it. I don't believe the story. Like I don't believe the story so much about how he was killed, but
There's pictures and
him.
fucking.
No, not that. Not. I believe he's dead, but all the police officers that were involved, they all tell separate stories. A lot of their stories don't like. There was a whole conspiracy behind it. But regardless, he is dead. But to see his come up, bro, to see his come up, and to see how he would, you know, Spanish people tell me like my man's Colombian. And he says, you know, Pablo almost did it. Pablo almost became a politician and really became a man of power. He almost did it. If it wasn't for him putting that bomb in the plane, he might have gotten because they killed like 13 people or some shit. Like they might have gotten away with that. He might have gotten away with being in power, you know. And that's crazy to think, you know. That's why I say I get so interested. Like Dave Koresh, and the yo how
Using
the
the power with your words to just.
how the hell who yo man I don't.
Oh no, Mark. We all know Mount Carmel, right? That was that place was called
Yeah,
Mount
yeah,
Carmel.
yeah,
Some
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Had like
yeah.
fucking what? Fucking underage girls getting babies from them. All living
Impregnate-
in a
imp-
giant compound
And
with
then
mad guns.
He's telling these bitches that God told me to give you a baby.
yes.
Like,
What?
what are you doing, bro?
In
Like,
Waco? Fucking in Texas? And this is at the where is Waco like a bumblefuck part of nowhere, Texas?
no, it's just a part of Texas. It's just
Because you know, there's like countrysides of each like state.
Yeah,
that's like
that's
shit is
no,
crazier.
No, Waco's a countryside. Yeah, most of Texas is rural unless you're in the city, unless you're
in
like Dallas.
or Austin.
You know what I'm
Houston
saying?
and shit,
Like-
which we gotta go someday, man.
Nah,
We,
definitely.
we need to do like a vlog, like get some shows out there, some shit.
That should be like easy setting up though. I just wouldn't want it to be open mics. I'm never
no.
again. You know.
I did one in San Francisco a couple years back. I mean, it was okay, but it's like the setup they had was like, I had my music on a USB.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know like there was no DJ. There was just plug and play, but I didn't know that you needed your phone. So I'm literally going into my emails to play my records, hoping that my phone doesn't like fade out as I'm like performing, just to do one song. I was like, I'm only gonna have time for one song, and I did it, and then the whole crowd just looks at me mad, weird and shit. Like, cause they never heard shit like this before. If you ever hear my song "Die Low," it's like pretty much fucked up. But it's like the way they were like just staring, cause it's like it was this country bumblefuck niggas and like not bumblefuck niggas in San Francisco, but this is niggas playing guitar. They had one rapper, and then like the rest was just like niggas on guitar, just going off and shit. They were cool, but it's like then I go get up there and talk about beating my meat and like with a midget and like fucking all these girls, and then like I get like I think there was like 15 people there. I heard just one nigga clap.
Yeah, you
They're like, I was like, thank you all, and they're like, yeah, woo. I
yeah,
was
you
like,
gotta
yeah,
you gotta know your audience as best as you can, man.
But
Like
I just did because I was on vacation with my parents, and I told my dad, like, let me see if I can find like an open mic
no,
around
no,
here.
no, I get it. I get it. I get it.
I'm,
You
I'm
just
gonna do that pretty soon. Like when I go to Florida in September, I'm gonna just see if I can find some open mics somewhere or like some showcases down there for a week. Because but it's like I know people in Florida. I didn't know nobody in San Francisco, so they might give me some hookups down there. So we'll see what happens with that trip. You have a story, any similar story where you travel out of state in a place you didn't know, and you said or did a crazy song, and they're like, "What the fuck is this?"
probably not. Probably not. But I will say as far as performing in other places, um all right, I know I don't deserve this. I know I don't because I don't. You don't deserve, you don't I don't deserve what I'm about to say, but for me it'd be really important to me if I when I'm performing out of state if I had a time slot. It'd be really important to me. One thing I didn't like particularly when I performed out of state is
Mind you, we're New York niggas, by the way.
yeah,
For
yeah, yeah.
anybody outside, we're New York.
Yeah. The way it gets flooded.
Yes, New
The,
York is constantly. There's an open mic party going on everywhere. There's a showcase happening everywhere. So like for us as New Yorkers going out of state and trying to get like shows, it's like a so it's semi. It depends. If you're like in fucking Philly, it's gonna be almost like New York. If you're like in Jersey, it's gonna be almost like a New York showcase. But if you go to
sometimes.
sometimes,
Sometimes.
sometimes it depends on like what the place is or some shit like where you're gonna be at. But if you go to like fucking Kansas or fucking like Las Vegas, Nevada, they're not gonna understand how like the New York rat scene is like that. All right, so continue. I just wanted to make that clarification. For
Well,
everybody.
I did just remember. I did just remember. Yo, I sent you something by the way. But what I like when I performed, I just didn't like that there was so many of us performing. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like that there was 15, 20 people, 25 people to perform. That's why I said I know I don't deserve it. I know I don't deserve it because it's not like I'm like, class A. I don't sell millions of records. But I don't know. When it comes to being a performer, you gotta take the space, so to speak, right? You gotta take the space. I just don't like being sandwiched between people. Like with comedians, I get it. There'd be like 7, 8 comedians for the night. I could get it. I can get a show that is 5 to 10 artists. I could get that. I'm losing the interest to perform amongst 30, 40 artists of the night, and I gotta wait, and I gotta wait, and I gotta wait, and I gotta. You
Oh
can't just tell
no.
me a timestamp, and then when you're not from that state, they play you.
Yep.
That's what I've witnessed. Since I'm not from that state, they calling all their mans up.
Yep.
They calling everybody else up.
Some shit just happened not too long ago that I saw a lot. I was buzzing because I jumped in like an Instagram live.
Talk to them.
Because I wasn't part of this. So I don't give a fuck about this place. But
You saw the Instagram I sent you?
oh, you said it on Instagram?
Yeah. See, check while you're talking. Go
All
ahead.
right, so pretty much.
Look at Elmo.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna show y'all what he's looking at. Look what he's looking at.
I'll say this to everybody right now.
I'm sending this to everybody right now. Y'all look at him. He got him by the waist. Look. At a kid's party. Elmo fucking up. Yo, Elmo definitely got some pee after that shit, yo. He definitely got some pee after that
Shut up
shit.
with that.
Yo, he definitely got some pee. Fuck that. That's hilarious.
All right. Continuing
so
from what I was saying before.
The Instagram live. I'm
shit.
sorry, that was funny. The Instagram live.
So there was a show the night previous called Traffic Jam. I think it was called Traffic Jam. It was like near the BQ. I think it was called like the Traffic Jam on the Belt or some shit.
Uh-huh.
Like a couple of the headliners was like D Chambers, K Goddess, and all this shit.
Okay, so you popped in on a live.
Yeah, so I popped. No, I popped in the following day, because I saw that it was happening because I knew like about 3, 4 people that were performing there. I think from what I've gathered, the set time was like 4:45.
Okay.
But what I didn't know was that there was probably like about 40 plus motherfuckers on the bill.
Wow.
So, and then also going to find out about a good quarter of them didn't even get a chance to go up, and they paid for their slot. It's like $100 slots,
Are you kidding me?
and I think it looked like from what like two song set type shit. So I already knew it was a bullshit from the jump. Just looking at how bullshit the flyer was. Like I was like, the way the flyer's set up, and no one who's gonna be there. The niggas that are like the headliners, quote unquote. Nobody's really a fucking headliner. They're just niggas that are just known. Like, let me make that clear. Just because you see headliner doesn't mean you fucking popping. Let's just make that clear.
No, that like that headline is there so you would come. So
Yes.
you would come drop your dollars to perform.
they give you, it just gives you the mystique like there's somebody when there actually no fucking body.
I mean,
To me.
you know what it is. You know what it is. Look, what they offer you, these promoters, all you self promoters are janky.
Yeah.
All these promote, no, but what they offer you, and I can't lie, is just opportunity to rub elbows with these people. And
Yes.
in certain lights, a lot of us, as we get older, you don't care. But as
you care.
no, as you get older, as you don't get older, you don't care. When you're younger, you don't really pay attention to it.
No.
But if you can find yourself in a medium where you understand that these people are like, if you can make the relationship, that's all you need.
like-
All you need is a picture with them. All you need is to have a convo with them. Rub elbows a little bit, and then next thing you know, you can get opportunity. Oh shit, I know him. Oh yeah, I've talked to him a couple. That's all that is.
Like, oh, he followed me on, like, oh, they'll follow you on Instagram, or they might know somebody like in their circle that could lead you to like the next opportunity. So I get that, but at the end of the day, like, trust me, I've been doing this shit for over 8 years. I've quote unquote rubbed elbows with a lot of people. I've had to network. Most of it is just you opening your mouth, going up to people, giving them your card, hoping that they watch you on stage and do your thing.
Absolutely.
And they'll probably make the connection because most especially artists like indie artists like that go on stages like that, they assume that, oh, they gave like a lit set, that people are just gonna automatically start coming up to them like, yo, I like your shit, come to my studio, I like your shit, I gotta manage you and shit like that. No, you gotta make that type of connection. You gotta be the one out there like, hey, you gotta show that you're hungry for this more than they are, because they're already at whatever position that they are. You need to get yourself up there. You're nobody to them. There's 40 plus niggas on that stage. How are you gonna stand out from those 40 plus niggas? You gotta be the fucking most greatest performer of all time if they're gonna ever step up to you after.
Or just completely stand out and fucking have half your head shaved and perform.
Like,
look
look
at the
different.
baby. Look at the baby at Rolling Loud. When everybody first started noticing him, he was in a diaper.
Yep.
He was walking around, black brolic motherfucker with chains on and a diaper.
And that nigga was, damn. That was bad. I know he did that for A3C in 2017. That shit was.
Maybe it was
crazy.
A3C then. But whatever the case may be, the
Still,
fact.
he stood out, and look at him now. Like, he was fucking nobody in 2017. Nobody gave a shit about who the baby was in 2017. It took him a good year and a half. He got like his momentum started picking up around 2018. He met the right people. He probably had to go up to these motherfuckers like, hey, look, here's my music, check my shit out. And somebody out of probably the thousands of tapes, thousands of link trees that he sent to motherfuckers, somebody said, you know what, we're gonna take a shot with him.
You don't think that maybe like you don't think that maybe it's like you can either be a master at something, like Michael Jackson was considered the king of pop. So he's a master of pop, right? You can either master something or you wear multiple hats.
I feel more it's multiple hats because, for example, that reference of like King of Pop, it's like, okay, you're the king. Just because you're the king,
They was having
kings get dethroned.
They was having
at
that
some
discussion on Joe Budden. Joe Budden said that Chris Brown is a more talented art performer than Michael Jackson was.
point. No, absolutely not.
This would Budden.
Probably aesthetic wise for our generation, maybe, but not of all time. Chris Brown never had bitches fainting before he even opened a goddamn mouth. Chris Brown can't do an arena tour. He can't travel to every fucking tour around Europe to Australia, back to the United States, and
He
sell out
said
any
he actually
fucking thing.
said way more talented than
But
Michael Jackson.
that's some clickbaity shit. It's Joe Budden, motherfuckers. He's just trying to just cause like some type of media storm at this point. Like Joe's already like a little bit down bad with with a lot of other shit in his life. To me,
You
like
stupid.
like I love Joe Budden. Like I love everything he's done. Like when it comes to the mixtape scene, he was more popular with his mixtapes than his actual albums. I love the Padded Room. I love the Move Music series and all that shit. But at the end of the day, Joe Budden's just saying shit for clickbait at this point. He sat down with academics and pretty much said like, look, I say what I feel and whatever, and they got accepted for the way it is. All right, cool. All right, you keep that lane, and the world will keep on turning with or without you. You just gotta move with it. But to say you're better than like Michael Jackson, better than Chris Brown, no, fam. Like, no, I like Chris Brown. Chris Brown got the moves. He's everything. He's very, very talented. Sing his ass off, dance his ass off. That motherfucker be sweating, doing the craziest fucking moves I never seen no human can do. But better than Michael Jackson? Nah. No, I don't agree with that. Like, you can't say way and then way better. Okay, but why? Did he give reasons why did he say he was better than Chris Brown? Or just saying like, oh, he's just way better?
He gives it, but I don't want to give him no clout. You guys could go look for it yourself and get your own opinion. But
So,
he gives a breakdown, and it's a good argument. I mean, it's a good argument. You know, I know the era is different and all that, but you know, it's a good argument for the bodies of work. I seen Brown dance a lot more than I've seen Mike dance, and I wasn't around for Mike. I didn't get to see Mike perform on stages. I don't know how many stages Mike touched. I know that I could be speaking naively because I wasn't there. But I see Chris Brown and your boy body is bodying like he is a monster. Boom. I wasn't alive for Michael Jackson's era.
no.
I can understand why somebody you have to understand. We have to understand that why somebody wouldn't understand Michael Jackson's era.
Because you weren't in that era. You didn't see the greatness that
And that's
was.
what I'm telling you.
I wasn't there when Thriller came out. I
don't know
wasn't
what
there when
did
he
to
did the
people.
moonwalk.
I don't know what it did to people.
I don't know. I didn't see him when he was at the
But I
Jackson
do
5.
know.
My dad did.
When I hear gonna make a change
Man,
for once in my
what's Chris Brown's Man in the Mirror?
I still
What's Chris Brown's
I
Thriller?
still cry though. I still cry when I hear that though. I still cry when I hear that song.
It's the song makes you feel.
But my nigga Chris Brown, I still cry. I get emotional when please don't judge me. And I won't judge. Yo, that shit's so toxic. And we could be beautiful. I'm like, what? Yo, baby, come on here. Don't judge me. Don't judge me.
I get it, but it's like I'm more groovy.
But you see the please don't judge me? I still get goosebumps. But Man in the Mirror give me. But I have more songs that I relate to with Chris than songs that I relate to with Mike.
Yes. But it's a generational thing. And you gotta remember, Michael Jackson was not inspired by Chris Brown.
His inspirations were a lot by different. Yeah, absolutely.
And a lot of the things Chris Brown does is emulated off Michael Jackson.
Well, yo, like you said, masters get dethroned.
Yes. But he's not.
He's not gonna touch Mike.
No. He's not even gonna be near the castle.
Can
at
I
this
tell you?
point.
Can I
He's not
express?
even in the fuck. He's still across the moat.
Can I express how many record sales they each have?
Okay.
All right. Brown has sold over 193 million records worldwide. Let's look at this. Bam, 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 bam.
Okay. Congratulations.
Michael has sold more than 750 million.
So you're gonna go. That's a peon. This nigga almost has 1 billion records. Almost 3/4 of a billion. 3/4 of a billion. 750. If he just sold his records for a cent, he's already richer than Chris Brown.
He's richer than us.
He's richer than he could buy the world. Imagine at the time, like $10 for it. So
$10 a copy, right? More or less.
like 10. That's like 7 point. He sold like almost $7.5 billion of records. What's Chris Brown's Thriller? What's Chris Brown's Moonwalk?
I mean, you got, yeah.
That wasn't no
Girl,
fucking
I
Thriller.
wanna, yeah.
That's a
I wanna see
Those are
you
like one of those
tonight.
records that's popular globally, but not popular in America. It's one of those like a fucking Pitbull record or some shit.
Yo, you stupid.
That's what it is. There's no. There's
There's no substance there.
it's a party record. It's like okay, you just go yeah. I've been to clubs. I never even heard fucking yeah anywhere. Shit.
I mean, like I said, I fuck with Chris.
Like I'm not saying Chris is a
Fuck with
he's not,
Chris.
but he's a great. He's a very.
Now,
he's
yo, we're
talented.
talking about Chris, and his new album's out.
Exactly. We didn't even know his album was fucking out. We know when Michael comes out. We
Well,
know
out the casket, yeah, that's
Yeah,
God.
exactly. We'll
You
know
think
when
Michael's dead?
Yes, he's dead.
You didn't see the footage though,
Yeah.
when they seen kind of sneaking him out the back of the.
I've seen like probably 100 different type of videos and conspiracy theories of this nigga being alive.
He's
somewhere.
dead. He's dead. You think
He's dead. He's dead. Because what would be a reason for him to come back right now? Maybe he's just go, hey, I'm not dead. I'm just kidding, guys.
Well, the king,
I just needed a break.
I just found it funny that he died right before he's going on tour.
So a lot of artists died before they go on tour.
Like right before you go on tour, you're gonna fucking croak.
Most of like half the 27 Club died before they were going to go on tour.
Yeah, but half of the 27 Club been dying since they got famous. Before they got famous, those people.
No,
in 20
before they reached their peak. They were famous. They just didn't reach
no,
the
I'm
pinnacle.
saying emotionally and spiritually, those people were broken people that the world managed to relate to them. Because there's certain emotions and things we can't tap into by ourselves, where sometimes you need that sound. Sound comes with frequency. Frequency carries energy. All that goes through us when we feel it. There's certain sounds, and those people in the 27 Club, most of them were emotionally and spiritually ruined inside and fucked up, but found a way to express it. Like they found it, and then
it's
people
more
just
innate in them because like back
nigga,
then,
Nirvana's very hard to get.
Because think of it this way: there was no MTV, there was no anything to find music. There probably wasn't that many open mics and showcases as it was back then. There was just niggas going in the bars and they had to physically go up to a manager like, "Hey, can I perform here?" It's not like, "Hey, can I send an email?" or "Hey, this
In the
promoter's there
90s,
and shit."
in the 90s,
80s, like I'm talking 70s and 80s type shit.
Oh,
Where you
yeah,
had to
yeah,
really. Ryan, there was no social media. You weren't being inspired really by looking on the internet for your favorite artist. You had to go. You had to go outside. You had to go to a bar or a lounge to see motherfuckers play and be inspired by them, and build off of that. Like to have, and then you had to sit and write your own lyrics. There was no rhyme zones or no fucking beat stars like helping you and shit.
Nah, I mean, I totally get it. I totally get it.
So I felt it was more curated. Like when those artists came out, that was like them. They had to know what was in their heart, what was their music, what was their sound. Like this is me. Oh, I'm not being inspired by like that. Like there's no fucking artists out there that I'm like really looking at because I can't see them. I have to go and see them. There was no phones. It's like for me to look on the internet for my favorite artists and shit. There was no Spotify playlist.
Yeah, nah.
Imagine there was a Spotify playlist in like 1970s.
Well, I don't think. Part of me feels like, all right. They say hard times create tough men then create soft men. But tough men create good times then create soft men. If these people, the older we get and the more technology comes available to us, the more questions we start to ask, the more information we want to have. What's become big in the past 5 years, 10 years? Mental health and how people's feelings are. You're right. Like everybody started
LGBT.
realizing when they were on even that, but I'm talking more on like people started really, even being gay though, even being gay in the 70s and 80s and
that's gay to heart. Happy Pride Month, by the way.
But yo, I get it. There was a point in time where they were ripping gay people out of cars and wouldn't allow gay, like it was segregation because they were gay. They weren't human because they were gay. That's fucked up. Like you're not human if you're black. Like it's fucked up. I don't understand.
They had to put them on the same lines as the Civil Rights Act. That's how crazy it is. Like,
but that's why I was trying to say is that if I think about them not having so much access like we have, not having, if I live in California and I'm going through a lot of shit and I'm depressed and I'm bugged the fuck out, right? Nowadays, no matter where I am in the world, I could be in California. Once I put the computer on, if I want to look up something to make me laugh, make me feel better, wherever the fuck that person shot it from, wherever I can get the information because right here on my computer and see it, and I can now change how I feel. If I need help, I can go online and find help. See, I think that those times being what they were are the big reason why we got those people in the 27 club because they didn't have access to the help that they needed. And not having access to the help that you need, you don't figure yourself out and you don't ever get better. So what they did is they deep dived into their craft. They just became hard at what they just became the greatest at what they do.
Like even with myself, when I look at like us as artists, like who we were inspired by, who we watched growing up, all the records we bought, like all the posters we had on our walls, all the shit we were seeing them like on like shows, like on late night shows or whatever. Like all we were doing was just all we are is just pieces of what we were seeing, and then we just honed it into ourselves. Remember, we innovated. I felt like we just innovated who we are as people, who we are with our music. Like, because people say, "Oh, you sound like Eminem." Like for me, like they say, "Oh, you sound like Eminem."
You do.
I was like, I'm not only just Eminem. I wasn't only just inspired by this one guy. Yeah, I might sound like him, but like, do you know about Redman and all the stuff with like the Muddy Waters? There is a dark side. Doc's the name 2000. Fuck, do you know about Busta Rhymes?
Yeah, but see, you gotta.
But people are gonna just associate me with just the Eminem.
Well, it's not that. It's not that. It's not that. It's I could play you 4 different tracks from me, and you are gonna hear me 4 different ways. Like you're gonna hear 4
Yes.
because
That's what I'm trying to get at.
But I play with pitch. I play with pitch. I have a very unorthodox type of flow where I'll ride one word, take a break, and then come back. I do that. I'm very unorthodox. I've never been 1, 2, 3, 4 bar. 1, 2, 3, 4 bar. When I count my bars, it's like a half a bar. It's like sometimes this like but people like when I get compared, oh, you sound like a Capone from Capone and Noriega. Oh, you sound like a Drake. Oh, you sound like a J. Cole. Oh, and I'd be like, I get it. It's because of if I deliver this voice in those type of flows, you're gonna compare me to them because
I'd say you sound like West Side Gun.
because I could go with that flow too. But but you get compared to M all the time because, and this is no slight on you. It's constructive criticism. You don't.
He's gonna hurt my feelings.
Yeah, no, you don't play with that too much. The only time I've heard you play with it is on your deep songs, like that song where you were a clown.
I'll die low.
When you're speaking in that type of
Like that, guess I'm gonna die low type shit.
like when you're speaking, that's just different from what I'm used to. I've been recording you for 6 songs. It's only when it's on the song you did like over the piano in my house. That's where you're taking your time. You don't sound nothing like an Eminem. You sound like a Richard. You sound like a Richard. That's when you really sound like who I know you for in front of my face. But when you're rapping the other way, that's your that's your rapping Richard. Your rapping Richard, unfortunately, is that's the way he likes to rap. He likes to rap that way, on that style. That's what your preferred way is, and that's why when people hear you, they haven't deep dived into you to get your other side yet. They're really gonna have to go into these albums, or this 4th album you have, and this 5th one you have particularly. I could tell that you've changed. You did certain songs that way to be different, and I guarantee you won't. Once people hear those songs, they won't have that same. Now they're gonna start giving you your just due. That's your style. That's yours. Yeah, you may have gotten a interest to something, but no, this is your style. I don't think you fully adopted your style yet, and that's why the whole world hasn't yet. That's why you're not recognized for you just yet, because you haven't fully adapted you yet. I can't say I have neither, because they don't say, oh, that's G style. They compare me to other niggas.
Right. I think nobody ever really truly
Yeah.
adopts like their full potential. I think we're just constantly trying to reach the next plateau, and we're just spending our entire lives figuring it out how to reach it. It's like same thing with Eminem. I think after he dropped Recovery, his whole style changed to like being super fucking fast out of nowhere. Like
Kamikaze, all right?
Yeah.
Kamikaze, his shit was stupid fast.
yeah, like
The shit with Joyner Lucas.
Yep, Marshall Mathers LP too. He's rapping really fast, but if you hear like Slim Shady LP or Marshall Mathers, he's not rapping fast. Somewhere along the lines, this motherfucker just came out of nowhere. And I think it's after that fucking Drake record he did. Like
Now stay go.
Yeah, that's when he started. That's when I felt. That's when he started unleashing his fast rapidy rap shit. Because he wasn't rapping that way before
They
that
was expecting to
tracker.
spit this slow.
Nigga,
No, go for broke.
Pinocchio when he poked his nose. Like, I was like, what the fuck is this him? Stole the
Back
whole.
into the game, and they
He
know
stole
rap
the
don't need to
whole
be the same
track.
as before.
He stole the whole track with that.
Yo, a lot of my niggas don't like his verse. I got like
Yes.
10 niggas that hate that,
But-
hate that verse.
But that's where I felt that was the introduction of a different M right there to me. That was the different M to me.
I mean,
When you hear my
didn't- he
name
didn't-
is, you go from my name is to fucking that.
he never rhymed crazy fast, but you can tell when that white boy had such great etiquette that when he wanted to, you could tell that rapping fast. You know why? Because Royce kind of raps fast. Royce the 5'9" kind of raps fast, and he came up with Royce. So their styles are very similar when you hear them rap. But Royce decided, when I hear Royce now, I know who it is. His old shit sometimes, I get him confused with them. I really do. But now, you know Royce now. You know, he's just really, really intricate in the butt. What you think about Sci-Hi?
Very underrated.
I just read that. I was just reading that niggas are saying Sci-Hi is an underrated pen game. That he wrote
Yes.
mad songs for people.
Yes.
Drake, mad songs for
He
people.
got like you ever hear like a Sci-Hi's like record, like especially back then when he was
Well,
on
he
the
put a
come
new
up?
project out, and everybody's saying it's trash.
I haven't heard the new project, but I haven't heard the new
A
project.
4-pack, I think. or
Wait,
some
what's
shit.
what's it called?
I don't know. Look it up. A 4-pack.
It's on like DSPs, like Apple Music and shit.
I don't even know how to spell his name.
I think it's with an I, like CYHI or some shit. Shy. Yeah, it's Side the Prince, but his Prince is like with a Y. Yeah, he got the EP.
See, he just put it out, right?
Yeah, he's under Empire. Yeah, it's four tracks, and he has come on, he got a track with Jacquees. That already tells you. Jacquees is pretty much what if Lil Wayne had a son that could sing.
You stupid. You think so?
He looked like Lil Wayne.
Yeah, I went down a rabbit hole. And I want you to, I really want you to answer this question honestly, and like, yeah, just answer. Like, I went down a rabbit hole. I was in my car and I started watching all the reality TV show fights. Like, it was a playlist, yo-yos. It was a playlist of like, I want to say an hour, maybe an hour and a half of reality TV show fights. Love It, Hip Hop, fucking the Housewives of whatever, Bad Girls Club. Yo, I'm watching all this shit and one, would you be on a reality TV show?
Yes.
Two, if you were on a reality TV show, would you do it the right way? Like,
It's reality.
would you do it the right way, or
What's the right
the
right way of reality?
Well, but these niggas, I can't tell if these people are acting for the camera sometimes,
I felt now, in
or if they're
today's-
really acting like that.
It's like I felt like the mole began with The Real World on MTV. That was the first legitimate reality show in the fucking
Wasn't the Kardashians?
world. No, The Real World. The Real World was
Real was the
1991.
90s, yeah.
That's 1991 when
That
MTV
Real
was
diff-
shape and form.
Yeah.
That was the first authentic reality show in the fucking like world ever. I
want to see the cast of the first Real World.
And I felt like I think they did like a reunion like 25 years later where they all sat together and shit. That's because they broke the mold with that shit. But I felt like over time it became more scripted. Like you can like it doesn't feel authentic now when they do shit. Like I look at
It was
them.
Real World New York.
Yeah, it was in New York. And then they started doing like real. I think the craziest one I saw when I was growing up was Real World Las Vegas. That was a crazy ass.
Didn't The Miz come from the Real World?
Yeah, I think he came from one of the real ones back
challenges,
then.
yeah,
Yeah, it's like
yeah.
a challenge, road
yeah.
rules challenge when they had road rules.
Theo Vaughn, the comedian.
Yes.
The comedians from there.
Yeah.
And that's why I said, if you ever went, would you do it right? Like, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna say it right now. I ever get to one of those fucking things, I'm gonna punch somebody in the face.
I've been told you to sign up for some.
I'm gonna punch somebody in the face. Yeah, I got a job though. But I'm gonna punch somebody in the face.
No, nigga, you get a job and you're gonna get a career.
Yeah, I know, but my bills are something right now. I'm injured.
just one
My nigga,
audition,
I
nigga.
get this I get this paycheck. Trust me, I'm gonna take some time off.
No, don't pull a ghost me and shit.
Trust me. Nah, I'm not gonna put a ghost you. I'm gonna when I say I'm taking time off. Listen, I only work hard because I gotta pay bills. If I can have 2 months of my bills paid up where I didn't have to think about them, that's really good time for me to focus. Like even being injured, I get up and get to go to work. You know, if I had 2 months to focus on something, I can get whatever the fuck I want done. 2 months. I can go to casting calls. I can go do those things. And now worried about, damn, I gotta whip me up at 5 tomorrow. Damn, I gotta be. I don't like that shit, bro. I don't like going somewhere and not having a lot of money in my pocket. I don't like going somewhere and knowing that I have to go. It doesn't work. I like having a calm, set mind on the agenda, right? And getting the agenda done. Look, I sat with Cradle yesterday. We
Shout out
sat.
to Credo, by the way.
Shout out to Cradle. We sat there for. I picked him up at 8:30 in the morning. Got back to my house at 8:45. We sat there till 12:30, 1 o'clock. We got an hour documentary he got coming out,
And
edited by your boy.
and then he's gonna try to put it into like not theaters. What did he say he's gonna put
Oh
it for?
yeah, it's gonna get into festivals. He
yeah,
told me. He told me that he got a permission to get it into festivals, which
yeah.
would be awesome.
Also, shout out to New York Nico for his premiere of Out of Order, like at the Tribeca Film Festival. It was really dope. And also, if you're free, I don't know when this episode is going to be out, but June
I'll
19th,
probably go home and do it today.
June 19th, it's going to be a block party by Grandma's Place, Grandma Dawn's Place, and Grandma's Place Harlem. So definitely pull up. Your boy's going to be yo-yoing. He's going to be giving out a lot of yo-yos donated by a lot of yo-yo companies. I got about 200 yo-yos upstairs. Now this is going to be a yo-yo demonstrator like I was last year. I'm also bringing my boy Physic. You know, he's going to be filming the entire
Physic
event.
Vision, the videographer.
Yo, Physic is gonna be there. We're gonna do from point A to point B, make it real vlog like. You know, I'm trying to dabble into doing vlogs for my YouTube now. Like, give it like a better real world experience outside of just like putting up like showcases in the pod and like those minute reels and stuff. You know, want to try to bring something a little different to the channel for us.
Of course. You know, and you know the main thing is enjoy yourself.
Oh yes,
You know, enjoying yourself. Know why you're there. What Juneteenth represents. You know, you're always a giving person, so the give back's gonna be right back at you. You know,
Yep.
that's a good thing that you're doing that.
yep, man. I'm gonna try to do more. Also, be on the lookout for a very big show in August. Like, I'm just waiting on the final paperwork, but it's for me to perform at the New York State Fair in August. So if you know about the New York State Fair, the Great New York State Fair,
Yeah, like the really big one,
yeah, not the fucking bullshit ones like in the hood or something, like
or the stadium park
or those amusement parks like Dreamland Amusements or some shit. They do like
where they give you a broken neck when you get on the ride.
yes, no, this is the legitimate fair. That's the one that's big, the chunky wungy one, the big one. So I'm just waiting on the final paperwork and the payment info, and they said they're gonna send it at a later date, and I'm gonna be all set up for that. But pretty much they're down. They said I sound like Eminem. That was one of the reasons why they liked my stuff. And the only
We gotta stop this conspiracy,
Yes.
y'all. He is not M. M isn't not him. They don't even like. You know, the body of work, the substance ain't even the same. You know, if you really listen to Richard, he don't rap what Eminem raps about. The pain is totally different.
like the cadence might be the same, but the storyline is absolutely different of how we both rap. Like I don't talk about killing my mom or
only,
like the-
only a white boy could get away with that.
the only white boy get away to kill his mom.
Only a white boy get away with that. And Immortal Technique.
Yes, Immoral Technique. So
He's a fucked up guy for making that song. That song is so bugged out.
Eminem.
No, Immortal Technique. The song that he's really famous for.
Hey,
Dance with the Devil.
but you heard what you just said. That's all that he's famous for.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's real fucked up because in the song, he's talking about a kid that wanted to be a gang member. A kid that wanted to be a gang member, and they said in order to get initiation, y'all gotta fucking rape this woman and fucking and rob her. So he said he's fucking in the story. It's a 6-minute song.
So mind you, that's
In the
one.
story
That's
he's
just
telling,
him. That's
in the
just
story he's telling, he said he couldn't. He pulled the cover over her, and he sees that he was raping his own mother. What the fuck, yo? 54 million views for you fucking crazy fucks about him making a song about a nigga raping his own mother.
It made it impactful, and it worked. It worked.
Nigga, that made him famous.
Yeah, there you go. But now everybody's looking at Immortal Technique as, oh, that's the guy that made the song about raping his mom.
Well, that's how I look at it.
Yeah, that's how you look at it. That's not how the world probably looks
at
at it.
And I give him credit because he's a dope ass rapper. I've heard his albums. I listen to him. He's dope. He's dope. He's not my cup of tea. He's not my cup of tea, but he's dope. But to notice what the world for what people get credited for and for notice what you can get famous off of. That's why shit like the Real World, the Kardashians. That's why all this shit thrives in our world because
But,
we allow this. I don't know, B, because I don't know what's good and bad no more. If bad makes me money and I get famous and I can feed my family and I become successful and I become all I can be like the fucking army and shit, or for being a bad person, who the fuck is you to tell me I'm a bad person?
little known fact: the track "Hometown Hero" on my third album, "This Is Natural Ride," the scratches were done by Immortal Techniques DJ.
Oh, really?
Yep. Yeah, Immortal Techniques DJ is really cool. I forgot. I got his Instagram. It's like real cool dude. He did the scratches on it because I tried to go to this other DJ that's really good with scratches, but like he was like not that he was like wasting time, but it was like he was doing like other things, so he got too busy. And then I reached out to this guy, and then come to find out he was Mortal Techniques personal DJ when he goes like does shows and stuff. So I was like, oh, cool. And then he sent the scratches back and everything, and it was fucking dope. So shout out to you if I forgot your name.
That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. That's ironic. We're talking about motor technique and that's like that, right?
Yep. Oh, yeah. So we've been pretty much talking what? How long we been talking so far?
That not that long.
We haven't gone to like even like the bigger topics, like what the world's going on with. Like, so how you feel about all these mass shootings going on?
I don't know. I don't know how to call it. You know why? Because like I said, America has me dumbfounded.
Do you think it's a people issue or a gun
Let
issue?
me, I mean,
I'm throwing like questions.
there's
Yeah,
some no there's some 15-year-olds that can drive a car. There's some 15-year-olds that can definitely drive a car because they've been driving with their dad. They got taught the right way. There's some 25-year-olds. There's some 35-year-olds that still can't drive a car. Why? Why, if there's laws that you have to follow in order to drive that vehicle, why is there such a difference in the way people, one, drive their vehicles, two, operate in safety management? So I'm talking about cars. Why it should be the same thing with guns, man. Like, yo, at the end of the day, having a pistol, you should be licensed and screened. America, the amendments, these things were written fucking 200 plus years ago. The Constitution was written I don't think they could have gotten everything right 200 plus years ago, us still being here now. They got a lot of things right, though, so you got to give them credit, these old fucks. Wooden teeth and having slaves everywhere. You got to give America credit where it's due, right? But then you got to take it away from America. There's no reason why crazy people should have guns. There's more guns than people in this country.
Yes, there is.
There's no reason that crazy people should have guns.
Facts.
Everybody, every 10 years after 40, every 5 years after 50, you should get re-examined how you drive your car. Because by that time, your mind is slipping, your flexibility to drive the steering wheel, everything is diminishing. You might be an angrier person. You went broke. You had hard times. You're looking for the next person to hit with your car. You are unstable. But there's no laws in place to check people every couple years to make sure if their mind is mental to operate a 2,000 plus vehicle weight. Right? There's no test. Even when you hit a car, you get into an accident, insurance goes, okay, how much is it? This is what you got to pay. Here you go. You get a new car. You go back on the road. When you shoot somebody, think about this. A lot of the time, there's no coming back from that. So one, you're taking a life. Let's not even get to the fucking 19. You're taking a life, though. You're taking a life. One. Two, you got to think what to do after that. You're going to body somebody and just run away with a gun. And I know it gets done, don't get me wrong. You got the DC sniper, you got Son of Sam. You got people that just run up and kill and run away. I totally get it. But again, those people weren't there's no way that those people, if they were looked over, if they got evaluated by a shrink, if they got tested in some way, for where they stand mentally, you can have your own opinion. It's America, the land of the free. But you shouldn't have the right to kill anybody. And us just giving guns to anybody that can walk into a fucking Walmart. If I go to Virginia right now and change my address, I can walk into a Walmart and grab a gun. And then I can drive back up to New York and put it in my house. If I go down south, they have gun auctions. They have gun shows. Anytime Dick, Joe, or Harry can walk into that shit and somebody will sell me a gun. That's
No check, no background checks,
no,
nothing.
no. You can walk, and this is what do you think is gonna happen? You think that every person that goes to grab a gun has the best interest in the world? I just saw a documentary on Netflix that was in Germany. These two white guys and a woman, they rob a bank, they take hostages, they rob a bus, and the entire time, and the guy's so fucking arrogant, Rich. He's like the interviewers go like, "Can we interview you?" He got a gun and shit. He's like, "Yeah."
Oh,
You saw
I know about that.
Yo, beat that.
Like they and then they ended up taking like two women and like putting them in the car.
And they killed a 15-year-old.
And they killed a 15-year-old during like a shootout. When the whole time the police were just like, how the fuck was any of that allowed to happen?
You know what homie was saying the whole time? He said, I did 12 years in prison. I'm not going back to prison. I've already made my decision with life. Fuck life. It's over. I don't give a fuck. And he had his girlfriend too. And
Yep, he get his girlfriend, and the police ended up they nabbed the girlfriend up, and then they started shooting people on the bus when he didn't let the. Yeah, I know. I forgot the story. I forgot the dude's names, but I know they ended up both getting captured. And
is it Goldsleck, something like that? No. The name of the thing was like, let me see.
But I know both of them. One of them's actually out now. One of them got released in like 2017. It's crazy, but they're like two Germans that went into a bank, and they ended up stealing the car, and the dude ended up picking up his girl while the cops were following. So what the cops totally fucked up, and then there was like so much media around it that they had to make like a law to prevent like the media from covering like active, like bank heists, like active like kidnappings and stuff. That's how crazy it got because a young woman ended up losing her life. Gladbeck.
Yes.
I saw it this guy's YouTube channel like a while ago. He dropped it like a year ago, and I was looking at it. And you just mentioned it now. I was like, wait, this is the YouTuber that was just exactly talking about everything that happened that day.
Oh, really? Wow, that's crazy.
They were driving for like hours. It was like a 50-hour fucking heist shit that went wrong.
But if you watch the documentary, the guy, one of the guys has a gun to the girl's neck.
Yep.
And she's
while
like
talking to her.
And she's like, do you think he'll pull the trigger? And she's like, no.
Boy, were you
smiling. Yep. Crazy bitch. Yep. Why are you smiling?
Yep.
Like the nigga got a whole burner to your
neck.
Yeah,
you can look it up. It's on this guy Qxir. QXIR. That's the channel I saw. It's probably I know it has to be what you're exactly talking about. I forgot, but it was like a very popular. One of his most popular videos, actually.
This little weird white guy?
Wait, what little weird white guy?
QXIR? That's the name of his page?
Yeah.
And he talks about, like, a whole bunch of stories?
Yes, and one of the stories was...
And he's a white guy, right?
Yeah, he's a white guy. But the story was called, the interview during hostage crisis. That's what it was called. Yep, it took place Gladbeck hostage crisis, known in Germany as the Gladbeck hostage drama, in August 1988. Yep. Dieter Degoski, that was one of the dudes, and Hans-Jürgen Rosner. Those were the two dudes.
Hans-Jürgen Rosner.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying, I'm butchering it. Sorry, my German.
Rosner. You gotta put that Rosner.
Yeah, but they were like crossing like the motorway, which is the highway in America, but it's called the motorway.
And they killed themselves, right?
No, they both survived.
Oh, they both survived?
And they both ended up serving life. But one of them actually got released like 5 years ago in 2017.
Pussy. You pussy. Say you gonna kill yourself, you pussy. You ain't kill yourself, you pussy.
Yep. Because you were talking, I was like, yo, I've seen that shit before. That was the way that he breaks it down and like exactly what happened. But pretty much it was the police's fault and the news media's fault at the same time.
They were hyping it up.
Yeah. They kept pushing out there.
That don't happen.
The interviewer got into the fucking car with the guy.
That don't happen. That don't happen in the United States, Papa.
He even says this would happen in America. This shit would have been over in like 10 minutes.
SWAT, fucking SWAT, FBI, snipers, military, they would have had a drone fly into that bus and shoot both the two guys and the girl with tranquilizer darts in their neck.
The shit would have been over at the bank. This shit would have been
over at the bank.
It wouldn't even gone to the car, to the bus,
Nah,
back to a fucking
nah.
car. It would have been over then at the bank.
Yes.
It's granted, the way the FBI, SWAT, all those niggas move, there would probably been more bodies than just that one body. Well, those couple bodies that happened because the way breaking in, freeze.
Yeah, but you could tell they were just going with the flow of everything. Even when he was getting axe shit in the car and all that, like he's very nonchalant about what he's gonna do, and then all of a sudden he catches a temper tantrum.
Yep.
No, I don't want to talk to nobody. Hey,
Yep.
like you could tell that he was just going with the flow as he goes. Back to our thing about
Yeah,
gun
we
control.
we were like way off.
No, no, but Chris Rock said something. I think he said something along the line of like, if every bullet had somebody's social security number on it, then it'd be different about who you shoot. Like if they started, I know that we can't obviously do nothing about the guns. You know when I say that? When I say that? Because it's just like the drugs. They don't manage to stop cocaine from getting in the United States as much as they do. It still gets in. They're not gonna manage. There's 3D printing machines that make guns now.
They have them, especially in Canada.
Bro, there's 3D printing machines that make guns now. They're not gonna stop making their guns. You know what you could do though? Mass producing bullets isn't easy. Mass producing bullets, that's not an easy thing. Like they have companies that do it. You have to make deals with these companies. I think that if you want to buy bullets for your gun, those bullets have to be registered to you. I think that's the way you start to, because yeah, people's gonna get screened and all that shit, but I've been smoking weed from the streets for years and weed's illegal, right? So you're gonna get it. If you want it, you're gonna get it. Heroin, dope, fentanyl, it kills y'all niggas. And the government still gives it to y'all niggas. You're gonna get it if you want. If you want guns, you're gonna get guns. If you want bullets, yes, you can get bullets, but I think eventually it's just like the dollar bills. How do they circulate old dollar bills out? They put the new ones in circulation, and as the money keeps coming in from the money companies, they keep taking the old dollar bills and they put them away till you don't see them no more. Now all we see is new $100 bills everywhere, right? That's how you circulate money. They should do that with bullets. Bullets should start being labeled somehow, some way back to the user of the gun. And I don't only mean a person fucking, when you can always trace a bullet back to the gun it was shot from. I don't mean that though. I mean particularly the bullets when you go to Walmart, they should be branded. You should have to order them.
Maybe like a barcode on the bullet.
That it goes to you. That's yours. If they get stolen, you gotta report it stolen. Like your wallet stolen, you gotta report it stolen. Your car stolen, you gotta report it stolen. Your bullets get stolen, you gotta report it.
But it's like but how's that like for mass shooters that shoot up a school and end up killing themselves after?
Well,
so would it even matter?
Well, no, I think it's the first step in people having the thought of, should I do this? You understand? A lot of people think they're gonna get away with shit, and I think for the people that are really crazy, like that mass shooter that kill, you're killing kids at that point. You already are unstable. Like I said, people are gonna get their guns regardless. People are gonna get their shit regardless. But if you stop, you have to start something new in order for the old shit to die. You can't just throw a law in place and think it's gonna work. Everybody gets screened for guns. No, niggas are still gonna get guns, even if you screen them. So what you do is you give them more to think about. Yeah, you could give people more time in life and all this extra shit, but you already get like 7 years, and every year after that for a bullet in New York, you get 7 years for a gun and 1 year for every bullet in New York or some shit like that.
How about you increase the sentencing?
And they going out to kill themselves already. The gun should have never been in his hand. That's the point. The screening part of it. That's the point. Seeing who you're giving the gun to. Don't matter at that point, Rich.
But it's like if you get the gun and you already plan on killing yourself, does it matter who the gun's registered to? After he already took out this many bodies.
It does because it doesn't because everybody's dead, but it does because that's how you prevent it. If I'm an Uncle Tom, right? I'm an Uncle Tom, and I have my nephew Jimmy, right? And I gave Jimmy a rifle when he was 12 years old. I gave Jimmy that rifle under me. It's my rifle. I know that. And lately, when he hit 16, and see Jimmy's fucking losing a little bit. He's having girlfriend problems. He's losing in the school, smoking a lot of dope, and he's fucking tweaking out. And all of a sudden, I see Jimmy's temper. I, as Uncle Tom, am gonna be responsible and take that gun away from Jimmy, because that gun is registered to me, and I love Jimmy.
Then it just more starts with family.
It doesn't only start with family. If my point is that be aware who you give your gun to. That's how you can start by helping these problems. If the nigga's going like this,
you're
gonna give him a gun?
I think maybe there should be a different like way back. So like maybe there's like a delay. Like if you purchase a gun, you know, do the extensive check. Like okay, as you said, who you giving the gun to? So if you buy a gun Monday, okay, we're gonna give you your gun like
Friday.
Friday. We're just gonna do like a quick background check, and if everything's clear, then you get your gun. Then after you get your gun, I would say maybe every 2 to 3 years, valuation check. Like if you see Jimmy at the fucking going to the shooting range all the time, or like going hunting all the time.
That's not too bad though.
I
Shooting
mean,
range hunting.
but it's like okay, you see him carrying his gun a little too much, going to different places where
If
there's a lot
he's
of
in
fucking guns
if
at.
he's in fucking the food town,
Yes,
and he's sitting there with a fucking AR-15.
like Jimmy, can we talk for a second? Like, you put the gun down. Like, come, let's like a little self-evaluation.
I just carry it with me everywhere, and then starts waving it around. What? It's a problem. It's not loaded. Safety's on.
Or even do a probationary period with guns. Like I said, not only with like, okay, let's check your shit out, make sure he's good, but like have a certain amount of you can't have this many bullets in your gun for like 6 months or like up to a year. Like, oh, instead of buying like 1,000 rounds, you can only have like maybe 100 rounds.
I don't understand, and look, shout out to Henry Ford. When World War I was going on, Henry Ford supplied things for both sides. He didn't pick a side. He supplied. I'm an engineer.
I'm getting money. Baby.
I'm getting money, right? Shout out to Smith and Wesson, because when shit goes down, these gun companies, I don't know, man. Look, we live in America and all we do is manufacture guns, okay? Everything else that y'all do with it is not our problem. Shout out to you niggas that consciously do these things and don't want the problem to change. It's just like car insurance companies. Car insurance companies don't want people to stop getting into accidents. They need you to get into more accidents. Gun companies don't want us to stop killing each other. They need us to keep killing each other and buying their guns. Why they haven't created a gun? Why they haven't created a car that has restrictions on it? Now, for instance, they're manufacturing guns every day. Why these new guns? Like, I seen Judge Dredd, my nigga. It's not a movie. These new guns can come with fingerprint fucking access. These new guns can have fingerprint access on them, where only you can use your gun. And if you're gonna sell it, that thing has to be signed, sealed, delivered, so that person's thumb could do it now.
You know what? I didn't even think about fingerprint guns.
They can give, like, guns could be individualized to people that you have to fucking have access to use it. They don't do that. Why? Why you gun companies don't do that? Because you need people keep buying your guns. And if you put restrictions, they might not want to go through that. A crazy person, a convict, might not want to go through the layers of trying to get a gun. That's why crazy people, convicts, don't live in New York. Because it's hard to get a gun. They leave New York. Because it's easier to get a gun.
And then come back with those guns.
Like, yo, this is what I'm saying. Look when you drive a car. They make new cars every fucking year. We're in 2022. They got the 2024 out there right now. Why that 2024, Richard, doesn't have a breathalyzer machine that every time you step into your car, before you go fucking peel off, it should check if you're impaired or not. Because we don't want drivers on the road being impaired or not. And it's a simple thing for these car companies to do that.
Or like even a temperature check when you sit down, like on the seating, like it says, okay, your blood levels is like feeling high. Like you can put seat warmers. Shouldn't you be able to make some type of technology that knows how your alcohol level intake is?
I went through this where I had a fucking breathalyzer machine on my car. Bro, the car wouldn't turn on unless I blew into that breathalyzer machine. What's so hard about that? A lot less people would be dying and be driving drunk. It's common sense. Like, this is what I'm saying. This world that we're living in, we started this conversation, and I said, I'm not getting it. I'm not grasping how evil seems to prosper. And I don't mean just like Satan and shit. I mean like fucking there's preachers, priests that have $1 million houses that are fucking your nieces and nephews. Like, I don't understand how evil and bad things. I don't understand why I like porn so much. I don't understand why porn's bad. I don't. But they say it is, right? Like, I don't understand why there's certain things that are considered bad and considered good. And, like, it's horrible when kids die. It's horrible when kids die.
Tragic.
It's tragic. It's tragic. And then you got to think about the monsters that it creates. Because now it creates a brother, sister, son, or nephew that now hates the world because this sick cycle took their brother, sister, son, or nephew from them.
And then
you get another one.
Then somebody's going to watch that shit on TV and see like, oh, damn, maybe that's something I need to do. They're gonna get inspired or be have some type of innate feeling in their head, like I need to go out and get a gun and do the exact same thing. And it causes an endless cycle. That's what's been going on. At first, it was what the shit in Buffalo, then the shit spilled over to fucking like almost right to a point with Uvalde, Texas.
And that's why, like, it gets me real angry, son. It's like
And
it
that was
gets
a racially motivated in Buffalo.
I
Nigga
guess
had the word nigger on his gun.
I like it gets me sad, bro. It gets me real sad. Like, and like I said, I don't know. I'm going all the way there right now. I'm going all
Go,
the way
go,
there right now.
go all the way there.
Yo, all you pedophiles, all you racist people, and I'm not talking moderately racist. Listen, we all say
Very.
our fucking jokes. I say jokes about my Puerto Rican people all the time. We all say our jokes. You know what I mean? Everybody got a little stereotype. Black people like chicken. They say I love chicken too, though. You know what I mean? We all got stereotypes. You know, like Dominicans love plátanos. You call them plátanos. We all got stereotypes. It's a joke. When it's joking, it's funny style. It's cool to laugh about it. Mexicans are short. It's cool to laugh about it, right? All you racist pigs, all you nasty pedophile kid touching motherfuckers, yo, all you people that want to go out and just murder people for no apparent reason, yo, Richard, I think all you should die. I think we should round you guys up. I'm going all the way there.
Right?
I
Go
think
all the way there.
Yo, I think we should round all you niggas in jail, all you jail niggas that are in jail for touching little kids and fucking and beating the shit out of your woman, right? All you niggas in jail, yo, I won't even all you niggas in jail that are ruthless and they're for murder, ruthlessly murdering somebody. I'm not talking about you had to do it because somebody like Cain Velasquez, Cain Velasquez, UFC fighter, somebody in the place where his daughter was touching his daughter. He fucking went out and went to go shoot the guy. He shot the wrong guy. He shot his friend. So now he's in jail, and he might get a lot of time for it. And people are sympathizing, like, yo, nigga touched his kid. He made a mistake, but understand why he did it. They're like, nah, nigga, you fucked up. You can't do that. Yo, all you people that do evil things, y'all should get rounded up and y'all should get killed. There should be no retribution. Like this nasty shit with you priest, the Vatican Church, where you find out a priest is molesting people and you move him from church to church to church to church like he's on vacation. You did the shit in Boston, Spotlight, over 50,000. What? What? Are you kidding me? Touching little boys, you nasty fucks? All you guys don't even need to get fucked in your ass because you like it. Yo, what you need to do is get sat on by Lizzo on a bad day when she came out the gym so you could die off that vagina sweat. You need to drown in her nasty ass vagina sweat. You niggas, like, all you people that are evil and nasty, I wish you guys nothing but evil and nastiness in your life. And we should stop giving passes to people. Stop giving passes to people and say it's a sickness. It's a sickness. Oh, he can't help it. Oh, he was born this way. Oh, they were born this way. So kill him. Because it's only a matter of time before they hurt somebody else and create more monsters. Monsters create monsters. Why do we keep letting monsters live then? Like, I know it sounds crazy because I should never talk about murder, and I know we're on a podcast, and I don't ever want me to kill somebody, and then this be used against me. Like, look what the nigga said. He said, monsters need to die. He clearly did it on purpose. Well, you know what? If I have to kill a monster in order for my family and myself to survive, I will kill each and all you fucking monsters and be happy, not in jail because I'm next to another monster. I'm about to probably take my own life or put peanut butter between my ass cheeks and go, oh, you're shit, so you think I'm crazy. Because I am a little fucking bugged out. But this world is more bugged out that all this evil shit is allowed to thrive and be in front of my face, and I gotta protect my kids from it, and we gotta protect each other from it. And look, it sucks that this evil is even there, and it's only there because we allow it to be there. There's no reasons that we should have racists in our politics. There's no reasons racism should be in our politics, and we blatantly see it. Like, besides fucking Tales from the Crypt, Joe Biden being there, there's no reason why KKK members should be able to fucking... No, it shouldn't work. It shouldn't work. I don't care if they have a bad perspective on... Evil creates evil. Monsters create monsters. We just keep letting it rock and then going, yo, what we gonna do about it? Nigga, there's more worse things than Sons of Sam's. There's more worse things than the most devilish shit we know. In third world countries, there's women and kids getting arms and limbs and legs chopped off. And they don't even... There's evil out there. Why do we allow this? Why? Why has it come to that point? And that's why I said, Rich, I'm so confused. Because... there is no... Tell me something, you churchgoers. God makes everything happen for a reason. Suck my dick. Suck my dick. That's the reason? Like, there's no reason for it. There's no reason for 19 little kids to die. There's no reason for it. Not in any world. And that's why I say I'm losing faith in this good versus evil shit. I'm starting to think life is a complete ball of irony. It's just a ball of ironic shit. Shit happens. Whichever way it happens to you, maybe you're a lucky person and you win all the raffles and you get every single Yeezy out there. Or maybe you're the fucking unlucky person. That you were born, your mom died of cancer, your dad's not around, you get thrown from foster home to foster home, you get molested, punched in the face, raped, and all this shit, then to one day become famous and see your dreams out just to throw yourself off the balcony because you can't take the pressure. What kind of life is this, Rich? Damn, I've been gone for a while. What kind of life is this, though, man? Like, I've been sitting there with myself for the past 2 weeks, hurt, and I've just been sitting there and watching all this shit transpire, and I'm just like, if there is a God, if there is a higher power, you got a wicked sense of humor in how you teach people lessons and enlightenment. Because there's no way that people that even go to church and believe in your word don't question how you let these things happen. And for you niggas that be like, God, no, God. Tell me God's reasoning. Tell me God's reasoning. That you even try to. There's no excuse for it. Camera's out. Yeah, yours.
Damn. Wow. Yeah, I see the turn up right there. That was very powerful, extremely powerful. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it burned our cameras out.
Both of them.
So, I mean, I felt that. I guess that's the note we'll leave it on for this episode. Cause
yeah, my bad.
Yeah,
I got hot.
Yeah, got tears coming out and everything.
Yeah, nah, yo, I told you, I get real sad over this shit.
Yeah.
I'm a humanitarian. I make fun of crackheads. I make fun of crackheads too.
Wait, the way that transition.
No,
happened.
because
I'm laughing at the transition. I'm not laughing.
Yeah, like I make fun of crackheads too.
Like, yeah,
I laugh
make
at
fun
them.
of crackheads.
I laugh at them. You know what I'm saying? But I also go ahead and I give the crackhead a piece of fish sandwich I'll give him a fish sandwich as I'm walking out McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? Like I laugh at them too, but I feel for them. I feel for people that are in pain and need help. I just don't feel for you crackpot motherfuckers that won't keep hurting us. I'm out of here, y'all. It's our character.
So on that note, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel. We keep it real here. You know,
this one gonna get us watch. This one I'm
I think you should just take that whole clip, that clip you just said, and just put it up. Everything from the start, like I'm about to go off. I'll put it on my Instagram. I'll put it everywhere because that was like. That's probably the most realest shit you ever saw this whole podcast since we started.
It hurts, man. It hurts. It does hurt, and I just hope I want better for all of us. Everybody of you, if you know anybody that needs help, that's in some shit, help them. Talk to them. You know, I got my friend's cell phone yesterday. You know, and my friend is he's been in a rut. Great person, great heart, but you be there for them. This is what you do. You don't give people that you love your back. And if somebody's trying to do something bad to somebody you love, you either fuck them up or you call me, nigga. Fuck them up with.
So call your loved ones. Call anybody you haven't talked to in a while. Tell them that
Facts.
you love them and care about them.
Make sure they good.
Hug your daughter, your sons. Call your uncle, your aunt. Like this world is so fucking crazy right now. We're all only here for a brief moment in time.
You can't go to work on the train because a fucking nigga on the train is gonna shoot you. You can't send your kid to school because a guy's gonna be allowed to walk into a school building. Oh man, yeah, you better stop yourself. I'm gonna go for another one.
Thank you all for watching. What's up, everybody? Podcast.
This nigga walking out.